Let's just crack it open. Been sitting here running for a few hours and it hasn't done anything, so... Oh, we was gonna crack that open over there. That's what it was. Shawty? Follow me to the fun time zone. Okay. We're gonna see if we can't do anything about how fast this thing goes. And is she gonna be okay? Okay, good. Go from there. I was trying to work out her... called? This thing. To get in a vehicle. When I get in a vehicle. And... this girl right here was no help because all she can really do is get in and she could drive it to a destination. While you're in here, I think you can... Wait, was that not possible anymore? Earlier I was able to shoot out of this thing and now I can't. I must have taken something away. Not realizing it. That's because she's standing so close, but I really don't know why he can't shoot out of the car anymore. What that was about. I wonder if it's because we're allies? I can't even shoot the tire. Like, I can't even shoot this car. Is that why? Alright, let's crack into some fun stuff. This contraption here. Let's open it up. And let's open this up. Let's just kind of follow what it's doing here. So this is your trigger zone. And I put the timer there that's from earlier. But normally it just went to this. This is what just tells it to start. What is it telling to start? It's telling this move node right here to start. Transition. Actually, it should be moving on the x-axis a little bit. Well, I guess it needs to also be moving up. Duration 5 seconds. Linear. Oh, hold on. This might be where we can smooth. Ease into that. Duration 5 seconds. Also make this a little bit... See what happens with that. Okay. Ooh, that stop is a bit tough. What's telling you to do what you're doing? Vector A, outputted vector. This one's going to be, I believe, you are set at this location, but I don't think that is automatically send value never. Vector 3 is not the one. That was a subtract node. Get the actual location. It's probably just the output node. One of y'all has to have something entered though. You can't all just be staying at 0. There's something telling you act on. Okay. Stack order 2. 0. The only thing I can really see is this right here. I must be missing something. Where are you getting your numbers from? That location? That's it. Provides the location of a specified AI player object as vector 3. Oh, it's working off of... I like how it says it's invisible during play, but it has... Well... Okay, so... Build mode is technically, even though you go to play, it's not play mode, because in play mode, I think... I don't know. I felt like I was still seeing this bubble. Anyway, this white line here should be... It's going off of. Open this logic. Yes. This is the destination. And that's where what I was missing in all of this when I was trying to sort things out there. Let me just, to be extra sure, move it a bit further over. Kind of like if it goes out here to where the plane is about. We'll know that moving that definitely moved the destination. Let's see why it wouldn't, you know. But yeah, that sphere is technically supposed to be invisible. Although we can clearly see it's there. Okay, it still stopped right there. What I can tell. Setting at the sphere now. And now it's moving again. Ooh. This trigger is doing something different than... moving again. Every time I hit the... But I thought the box was moving with that platform. It must not be. Every time this is triggered, it's moving. Every time. I don't know if it reached its final destination there. It may have gone over the plane now. What? Notice you can't jump out of the car at any time when it's moving. Yeah. I moved that point. Why does it stop though? This is why I wanted the scaling, because right now if you scale a piece like this, it's also getting, it's not just scaling one part, it's scaling all of it. So the platform's becoming thicker each time as well. And I would just like to stretch it out without it doing that. Gonna eyeball this. Pretty close. Get an idea. Well, that thing is really starting to book it at the end there. Holy crap. Yeah, I noticed when I took the elevator earlier, it also was making him crouch like that. She fell off. You can't scale just one. I wish you could scale one of the axes, man. It'll happen, I'm sure. I just wish that was something I could do already. Which is fine. It won't have anything to do with my platforming unless part of the goal is if you can make it to the end while keeping her alive. She's unarmed, so I really didn't have to make this a big piece then, because what I'm going to end up doing is using this as a reference for the height for this part and do the thing I talked about doing. I don't know. I should have just turned the grid on. Earlier I had a group with a text above her head called Shawty, but it wasn't following her. It was, I don't know why. There you go. That's pretty close. Even though it looks like it does have an overlapping, it's almost non-noticeable for the characters in here. That's all that matters. A bit of a speed bump, that's all. About to be amazing here, Shawty. Amazing. Okay, now that I have my reference set here, I know what the negative 1.98. And you know how nice it'd be if you could just like scale this out this way though, and then that way. It'd be too easy, wouldn't it? That's what I was talking about with the physics enabled. If that was on, this would technically fall, because, you know, physics. Oh, I probably should have used something else if I can't color these. We'll just do it like this then. Gonna do them different colors, but we'll enable physics on that one. That one. The issue would be if they fall right away without being touched. The idea wouldn't work. Let's say you had that lava pit down below. Let's actually have it. There's a lava pit down below you're trying to not fall into. Okay, and you got a bunch of these. Yeah, they're gonna fall right away. Okay, that isn't gonna work. Or, this is better. No collision. You won't get the effect of it, platform falling, but you will. If you pick the wrong spot. You know? Ma'am? Gonna be a test subject? Kinda what you are here. There's a way to tell, you see? But if you had the gun, because there's a thing you can get to trigger where you can't use your weapons and everything. If you did that and he was just guessing, like, ooh. Ooh. If it went this way. Nay. See? Kind of get the idea of what that could be there. Now that I have this little setup, well, let me... I want it to be more random than that, because if you just did it like this, it's just going to be... That one would be solid. Like, there would be a clear pattern doing it like that. If you wanted to mix it up, you'd want to copy these. How do you select multiple without selecting the lava? The way to do it if they were already in a group, but hopefully I didn't select the lava. I didn't. Right now we want to copy paste these. Shoot, I could have put them in a group anyway and just changed it in the group. So to create a group, do this, left control G, name the group, platform, surprise, let's spell that right, lightable. To easily edit it, we click the enter the group editing mode. These two were the ones with collision, these were without. We're going to give these the collision this time. Give these no collision. Exit the group editing mode. Could obviously do everything wider and everything. Make it look more confusing than it actually is, but to someone that would be playing it blind, has no idea. You know? Hopefully give you an idea of how you could do some fancy things you would like to do. What was that number again? 182.6. Now to explain this, how I know this is the same height. Actually, that's the same. The blue one. Blue one is up and down here. 28.9. This number going up is raising it up. This number going down is raising it down. What was it? 28.9. You know your exact number of this reference that we're going off of here. You know, you can have it perfect. You can also have it on this red axis here. We'll call this X, Y, and Z because that's what it is. So if I say X, Y, and Z, and I don't explain it to someone that doesn't know, red is X, green is Y, and blue is Z. I will try to explain it every time that I think of it, but I may forget sometimes. To align it on your this direction, you see which one is moving if you don't know. Like if you're confused, like I can't remember, I can see which number's moving here. At 182.6, this should say 182.6, just this number here. The green one, the negative 116, that's this location here. So, you know, those numbers are going to be different because they're in different locations. However, whatever this one is, this one should be so that these would line up. Copy that. And I just keep placing it up here because if I try to put it right here, it's not snapping to that object. I think I have to turn on object snapping or something for that to do it that way. Anyway, negative 116, negative 116, both of those for the Y, I mean for the X, I mean for the Z. Let me not confuse anyone. For the Y. 28.9, that's what it is. There's a bigger gap on the hard to tell. But let's look at the numbers. $11.8. That should be perfecto. Should be. And when the player's looking at it, it's just like, oh man, what is this? And at the end, you have a golden carrot for them to pick up. Actually, don't know what we have there. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, you wouldn't dare put fog right here. Would I? Well, I don't know. Can I see the area of effect without activating? Look at what you do here. I know what you do, but let's set you up where I can see you better. Are you pointing down? Interesting. Interesting. Could have done on enter, start a timer. So that at first you're going across here trying to figure it out, and then a few seconds go by, and then all of a sudden the fog and everything comes through. Seems like a lot of setup for one little thing. Hang on, ma'am. I made a simple thing a little bit. Oh, don't fall through! Oh, the fog is kind of off-center there already. I didn't even step into the thing. Somebody didn't finish building a motor here. Look at that. And the reason it would matter in a build like this is because your hood comes up and you definitely would see what's under it. That's disappointing. Who did that? I can't see. Interesting. Wait. Working better than I planned. Because I was like, well, if I put a jump pad down here, someone's just going to try to get the car up there this way. But it being a little bit tricky, just a little, is helpful. Oh, we have to get the car across here. No. Although you could try that, but that's not what this was built for. And you couldn't go across this way because the next one is not a real platform, see? But you could also build a thing like that to try to drive across. I know what you're thinking. Bro, I could just floor it and make it across all of them. Okay. You could. Could you? Absolutely. However, that part isn't for a car. It would actually be for a pickup. Something. Really trying to think what would be decent there. Get over. Okay. Like, because I want another solid platform on the other end of this that's going to be holding something. Then we're going to build our little area where the people would have to get through the first part. Really trying to think what would make sense to put there. And if you're going to challenge someone to come out here, because technically this piece is going to keep going, or the people are going to be out in this little area. This is just a little side piece out here that's going to have something interesting. Not that. I think it's actually the featured stamps is where you could find with a key input. Also give them a key input, eh? Maybe this max health regen tent could be there. How big is this place? We'll have an idea of how big of an area I need to build on the other side of this. What does it have? Just health boxes in there or something? Also want to put one of these down because I was curious about it. Your feet up above? You are not, I believe. Ooh. Okay. So I guess you just stand here and you would get health. Yeah. Guess that would be worth putting out there. Perhaps a weapon as well that you don't just automatically start with. Oh, thought he was trying to make it up here. Sorry, Shawty. Funny how she looks down at where I am, like, how do I get there? Keep trying. That's how. Yeah. Let's look at this door. How does it get the code? It can reset using the exposed stack string with the keypad. Yeah. Oh, let's look at that then. Uncollapsed it. Holy sh... Is all of this for the door? No. Wait. This doesn't... This can't be. This is all for this door. Okay, hold on. Wait, I'm leaving stuff here. Let's move this over here a second, away from everything else. We can crack this open. See text. Wait, here it is. Here's the text string. 1984. Seriously? They didn't know what year it was. I wanted to drag it over here to look at this other stuff it's got going on. The logic, okay. Turn on keypad light. I figured there was a camera or something right here, and that's how it was zooming in your view. There's most likely more logic here that's hidden that you have to find in Uncollapse. Holy crap. This is a lot for the door to have, let me tell you. Holy smokes, man. Interesting. That's not all. At all. And that isn't either. Bro, this door is more complex than the entire game. No, I'm just kidding. They're about the same. Display word text. F to interact. Tooltip node. Wait. There's the custom camera. Inner camera view. Look at that. Is it camera view? Very, very cool. Okay, let's exit the editing group. Collapse all the logic. Clean it up real nice and bring it back over here. We know the pin code now, or since we set one up. Move this over here. So somewhere in your world you would want to put a hint or something for the code, or maybe even close by or something. Somewhere. I mean, five. Then confirm. Confirm? What do you confirm? You don't have that code, you don't get to the next level. Or the next part, you know? You have to go all the way back and find your way back. Oh, you'd be like Shawty here. Being launched into the abyss. On repeat. Interesting. Wait. Is that... I think it does save automatically, but... Oh yeah, that's just to save a new version. Covered save. We'll just save a new version. This is version 3. I don't know. Just in case. Also, we need to just make a little thumbnail for the thing here. Well, I know what that was. Maybe. Maybe the little lava will be a telltale sign. A little closer. Try that again. Yeah. I probably don't know what it is. Okay. It's the only thing I'm going to be working on for a second, so. Interesting. If at any time you forget your code for your own build, know to look right here where it says the text. And then on your default string, you change this number to whatever you want on the number. Gotta be numbers, because this is a keypad with numbers. Keep that in mind as well. And you can have people locked out of your place in no time. Much has been done in a little bit of time here. Good look. This is the hardest challenge right here, because this thing really gets going, it's going to just push the car off the back of it. If you don't keep the speed up. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. This is the first test ever, so failure was expected on that first part. Kind of ease over here so I can kind of get something going here. Oh, wait, let's do this. Harder to use the keyboard. So I'm gonna have this blocked off where you have to go through this door. I think. Well, no, only to get this. You don't have to go through the door. It's only if you want to get the health. And I was gonna put something on that out there, but I haven't yet. Oh man, I should have known as soon as I shoot, I alert everyone. It's kind of good. I wanted to know if we crashed it. All that work for so many hours, and it was running fine. Maybe the recording that's messing it up then. Starting the recording again. Does it do it? Yeah. I checked everything. I checked the temperatures. I checked how much was being used on the memory and everything. Nowhere close to the max at all. So I don't know what's causing that. It's something on the game side. On the engine. Oh wow. Did I not build anything right here yet? Or did they... To be fair, I should have gave y'all better weapons over there. You know this lava? You crank it up to 100, it covers, it looked like the giant part of the map. You could like slowly have that going up if you wanted to create the floor as lava type scenario there. I did not build nothing there? It just doesn't even make sense, does it? What I've kind of thought of right now is, yeah, I didn't build nothing there. Gonna try to drive your car. Well, you'll have to. You'll get your car up here on this platform. This will be walled off, so you will go through this door if you use the code and to get the health. I'll probably put a sniper rifle or something up here, whatever, some temper weapon. I need to create something. Let me just copy one of these. The reason why I decided to test it is I want to know if this gap and these planks like that are too far apart or not. Since I'm scaling everything up, kind of need to know if I would fall through this. Hey, it looks like it's wide enough. The car won't have to straddle. However, I would prefer if it had to straddle that. No, the reason I don't like the way this scale works because it jumps. Like, you have to type in these numbers. Man, we need at least one scale there. Come on. One. Work from there. Okay, 0.7. I don't know if the car could make that little bit of gap. May give it 0.75 or 8. Maybe need to go to 8. Okay. Why is that drop? A bit of one. There's no sense in going back once you've gotten onto this part. You gotta really go for it. I mean, you could try to run back and hop up. You have the door open to get health. I'll need to make sure you can jump up here. Your car cannot go back with you though. You will have to leave your car. Which if the enemies are focused on shooting you, maybe it'll be okay. I probably will build a little wall, so if you wanted to park your car behind it in a certain, like this little area, that'd be the only chance you get to protect it. Something like that. And there may be, if I can do a certain kind of pickup thing where you have to go collect this from this area to make you need to go over there, because right now you don't have to go to this. You can try to just go around it and survive, you know. But if you want to add more gameplay elements like I would like to. Trying to still keep it kind of simple because I don't want to overload the game, as I just did in my testing, had a giant lag spike. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is. Like I said, I had so many enemies without an issue last night. That was just, you know, on the straightaway. So when it's got the star, it means we haven't saved it. So we need to just go ahead and save this as version 4. At this point, it has the enemies. 3, it didn't. It's kind of still working it out. At least has that. I should have tried to adjust the versatile platform here, man, because it's a big part of it. Needs to work a little better than it is. Yeah, part of it is so how the character was sinking in, the car was trying to do the same thing a little bit there. Let me look at that platform. Your key component very key, as in you are what starts it, and you cannot afford to have any kind of mistakes. You do ease in and out. This is just slowly increasing. But if it did the... give it a few more seconds to see if it tries to slow it down like that. I think increasing the duration it takes to get there would make it go slower. I was still booking it. But it was a little bit smoother than it has been. This is where you get off at, that I'm going to completely have to change that doorway. It's fine. Try this part now. Okay. And across, no one's really bothered by what we're doing. It's fine. Oh man. Easy. As far as we've gotten. Or as far as I've gotten on the build so far. I would like to have a teetering thing for this next part. But I don't know if you can have swaying joints and everything like that. I don't know why they just let me drive by like that so casually. Because I didn't shoot my gun or anything, or are they bugged out? He cares. He cares. Okay, they're a little bit bugged out then, and also it's got another lag spike with this. Damn it. Meantime, I could build like little assets like this that I can simply group together and throw into builds easier. Small, simple stuff. Kind of wish you could kill the rest of this world here with not all of this other stuff flying around. Pedestrians on the streets, traffic. Like, that takes up a lot of stuff that this game engine is also working out, you know. I mean, it probably despawns things that are at a certain distance away, but still. Like, I can see them cars out there, how they're like kind of, since they're so far away, still kind of running, but you should just be able to disable them completely. I feel like that would help with a performance boost. All these flying things aren't necessary. I mean, the less things you have in your scene already, the more the player will be able to build. You know, we started with like an empty plane instead of all of this. That would be the most. I think it should be an option to where you could start with an empty world if you wanted, like where it's just a flat plane with nothing other than your tools right here, whatever they add. Which they say they're going to add more stuff to this as they go along. Yeah, I think that would help with the performance on the building part, is not having all this other stuff in the background, because here's what I have here. It's not a whole lot. I have a person standing back here. I have two people here, in case someone tried to like sneak around like they were going to. That's kind of why I have this blocked off, so it'll be hella hard for you to squeeze a car through here. Either way, if they tried to run around on foot, they'd be met with some things. And I have this amount of people right here, which isn't a whole lot. I have a person up there, here, leave right there. Inside the building, I have women behind each of these 3 poles. These 2 people, a drone, and this guy. Could honestly be the drone, because I didn't use a drone before. And earlier in that scene that I had those hours in I worked uh, on the video that got botched, I had put a drone up there at the top. Now, maybe it had nothing to do with that. I can say for a fact in both scenes I did have that drone. And so possibly could have affected it. We'll give it another run before ending it completely. Make sure it's recording. Forgot what I was doing there for a second. I couldn't remember if I'd started it or not. Oh, I just took off. This should still be possible because I didn't change anything at this part. You just gotta get it just right. I'm sorry. That was the bonus points. I think we took her out. Accidentally. Yep, she definitely got taken out. You managed to not destroy your car before you get up here. I don't want to make the first platform too easy though. Like, it kind of needs to be telling you what you're about to get into. It may look easy, but it's not going to be the easiest thing ever. Automatically starting with it being kind of like you gotta time that ride perfectly. Oh wait, not that. Should just, since it's saved, actually. Because what did I change? Oh, I deleted that drone. I'm gonna go ahead and save it again. I'm gonna exit build mode. I hate exiting build mode takes you straight to the game and not the main menu. We're gonna hit play. I'm hoping it's loading version 5 automatically. So this is only play mode. You can't like go to build. You'd have to just go to, I mean, I guess you can go to build, but the actual legit play mode of it. It can be done right there. It's just got to be timed right with the throttle and the braking. Let's see if this causes the lag spike again. Oh, there's nothing to hide behind yet. Jump out right here, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna hit the ground. Perfecto. I didn't put anything underneath that piece either. I can try this, right? You just stand here, I guess? He was still alive? How dare you women? He was not bothering y'all. Can't believe she hadn't already fallen or something. Yo, it may have been that drone that was causing the issue for me. What do you think about that? Basically, you'd want your car behind me, somewhere safe, hopefully not taking too much damage. You're smart enough to take these people out and hide it behind a pillar or something. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Yeah. It is alright. Oh shit is right. Yeah, if your car did get destroyed, I mean, you just wouldn't score as high as a point as you would at the end. Kind of how I'm kind of thinking of how it should be, because I need to factor in the car needs to be worth something. Shawty needs to be worth something, if she's alive or not. To get a perfect score, you have to have done all of that. Get her across safely, get your car across safely. You know. We're not just gonna be running and gunning. We're not just platforming. We're doing it all in a small little easy setup. Once I know that the performance can handle it, I'd probably hook up some lights in here too. And I'd probably have it set at nighttime. Like, it'd probably look cool that way too. Maybe I'd have one in day, one in night. I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of want to get something done though, you know? Yeah, I thought it would be cool if you... Now, these are all solid right now. I wouldn't have to worry about falling through... So I fell through a gap. I sized this place up. That's why it looks humongous. Compared to the player here. Like the doors. The doors are the big tell for it. I mean, I've seen stairs that are like that. And I didn't feel like they looked humongous. It's the doors that really give it away. However, it's a starter little thing. That's what it'll be for now. Oh man. I don't know if you could even jump across that if you didn't have your car. Yeah, I would work out how to have a respawn where it doesn't spawn you down here every time. This is only for the testing. I have this like this jump pad thing here. I don't know if I would keep that. But for sure I'm gonna have to relocate this door. Because here's what I could do. I could have Shawty be able to follow and not follow. So you could unlock this door and it could be a safe room. You could put her in and tell her to stay. And she should at least not take any damage. I don't know if bullets go through these walls or not. It looks like they would because I see. Huh. Maybe she wouldn't be. I don't know. Kind of the idea I had though. I thought you'd be able to like put her in a safe room. Anyway, back here, if you if you snuck up in there, maybe it would be a safe room. As long as they weren't all right here shooting. And I was using those, but you could like down on the other end. The giant block of concrete, there was a concrete pillar type thing. And I would hope that they would change the way it scales so that I didn't have to create something like that. Like, this is my way of creating a flat floor. I was using the grid for these pieces, but I did leave a gap because I was like, this would be cool with a gap. But I was going to join them together like these two and create a big giant flat slab through here. I don't know if we can... Wait, maybe we can? Although I don't think you can get your car up that, could you? Yeah, you could. But right now I would have to like slam this thing down on the ground and then try to use the jump pad to get back up there. But still holding together. I don't know if there's a way to keep the score or like how much damage the car has at this time. But if you could do that as well, that could also count against score or something. Dang. But most importantly, I want it to be fun, you know, and kind of different. So like, whether you care about the score or not isn't really that important. Not like you get a trophy or anything, you know. It's just like fun stuff. And I don't know if I can get up there now. Oh, it's on fire. It's it for the car. I don't know if I can get up there down with the car. Obviously not, because it's on in pieces. The way that blew apart, though, I was hoping with the buildings you could have some type of destruction that you could create. I know they wouldn't have it right now because they don't even have it like performance tuned up just yet, you know. Bro, that's so weird if it was that drone that was causing the issue. I mean, maybe it, let's give it a fresh start. Fresh restart. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there is something else going on, but I can at least say the drone did cause an issue in both scenes. Or I can say I had an issue in both scenes that had that drone in it. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Man, once you lose them back tires off of it. And I kind of moved it where if you were trying to get your car up there, kind of even was hard with trying to get a person up there. You're going to slam into the bottom of that. If you don't have it just right. No way to get her down once she gets up on that thing, though. You would lose your person trying that. Thank God, I didn't know you would just walk around like that. Why didn't the bot? Kinda wish it would've. Poor dang girl. Ooh, I wasn't sure if you could shoot through that or not. It seems like the AI get confused sometimes, though, because I've noticed they will aim and actually shoot in a direction I'm not in. So whatever their, like, auto aim is, where they're detecting the player, they're detecting, like, spawn point or something sometimes. Something's happening. Zap didn't even work. As you can tell, it doesn't feel like there's too many enemies here, but I was so scared to put a bunch when I had those crashes. Now maybe not so much, because it seems like it's doing pretty good. I'll try it tomorrow and see what happens. At some... Wait, what is tomorrow? If not tomorrow, the next day. Someday. Yeah. I wanted to get a little bit more out, though. Like, messing with some stuff. It's just, I'm trying to wait on this new... or the next update for the performance. And everything else they may try to fix. And that... Like I said, up until today, I wasn't having an issue. The only thing I could really think of that it was completely different was I added that drone. But yeah, that's it for now. We will continue this soon. Adios.